In the last class, we talked about how to add transitions within video clips in Vedio Live, and in this tutorial, we're going to look at how to add B-rolls. So B-rolls are generally important when you're trying to demonstrate a particular concept while explaining on the A-roll, and you want to demonstrate or showcase something through your tutorial. You can just showcase it. Usually, we have it at the top of the main A-roll. So the main timeline or the main track where you have all your clips is called the A-roll, and anything that comes above it is called the B-roll. You can vary them, you can vary the position, you can even vary the arrangement, and even you can add different kind of effects. So let's say in this very tutorial we are explaining about this type of turtle, and then probably we want to bring in this type of one, this one is trying to catch. Even though it's an image, we can just try to select, or we can define the area, and then we can just drag and drop it above the timeline. So you have the option to come to the edge over here until your cursor turns to this horizontal side. You can just drag and trim it. You can trim also from the other edge, and you can move it to specify the exact point where you want it to start. So assuming I want, while explaining this about this turtle, this one to come up, but unfortunately you can see this one is not filled up. Okay, it's not a 16:9 ratio, so we have to change it. So usually we'll come to effects, and we can search for position and zoom this one, so you can drag and drop it as a feature, and then you can see it in effects on composition over here. So you come to size. Usually is the size I want to increase, so you can drag a little bit so it fills up. Okay, so until it fills up the canvas. Okay, so you can see. So let's see again, let's play it one more time. So you can see while I'm explaining something underneath this particular turtle, and this other one comes up. Okay, and then when you explain about it, and then this will go back to the main turtle, and then we continue. So but then for you to have it to be smooth in nature, you have to create a transition, a smooth transition. So you can come down here until you see this pink sign. You can just hit on it, and you see inserted a transition, which you can hold from the edge and reduce the length, okay, up to this, something like this. So it doesn't have to be an abrupt interaction, it's just be a smooth interaction. So you can see it just simply transit to this one, and then the transiting out also, you have to insert another transition over here. So you can just select and you can move it to the edge, so it just transits into the main one. So you can see it quickly transits into the main one. And again, in each case you can select and vary the kind of transition you have, because the default is a dissolve. We can try this bando horizontal at the outskirt, and you can see now it just quickly opens up to the other one, so you can continue. So this is one way to add a B-roll in terms of an image as you're explaining. Now we can add the same B-roll as a video. Okay, so we can just select and add a B-roll as a video. So let's say we go back to the project bin, and then we kind of select this one, and as we are explaining, or as we are viewing this, you can say that those guys can now come into the beach and then start looking. So let's say they are in. So let's say we drag this couple and drop them, even though they are too long. Okay, they are too long, so we can drag and then find a given section of their flow. Let's say they are flowing towards this guy, so let's define this. Okay, so let's say at this point, this is in point. Let's have our in point here, hit on letter I, and then we can just move on to this point. So we can have our out point over here, and then we can just easily drag and drop. Okay, so we drag and drop, and it's going to be, as we're explaining about this, then suddenly this video of them comes up, and then it goes back to it, so continue the explanation. So this one also, we can make it smooth by adding transition. So we can come to the bottom and hit on this purple color, and then we can still come to the edge and limit or reduce the length of the transition. Okay, so we can check over here, let's make it bar vertical, and then let's play it. So you quickly transit, okay, in, and then we can add the same transition outside. So we can reduce, select, reduce the length of it, and then we can change the kind of transition we're going to have. Let's call this horizontal blinds, and then let's see. So you can see easily it just moves in. So this is the power of having B-rolls within your clips. It's very easy, and it makes your works appear much more smoother and nice. Okay, so in each case you can have it, so it just transits while you explain, it transits into the next one, and then transit to the main work. Okay, so I think this does it for this tutorial on how to add B-rolls into the video footage that you are editing within Vedio Live. In some cases, you may need to add tracks. Okay, if you want to add tracks again, you can just come over here, say insert a track, and you can define how do you want to track just one track or 2 tracks if you want to insert more than 1 track. And is it going to be above the existing track that you've clicked or below or under it? You can see, is it above or below? And is it going to be only a video track or an audio track? Sometimes you may have to have both of them, audio track and video track. Okay, sometimes you have to have one audio track, sometimes you have one audio track also, sometimes you have to have video track, sometimes audio track only, and sometimes you have to have both of them, audio track and video track. Okay, so you can define the name of the track from here. So before you even go anywhere, you can call this b-roll. Okay, so let's say we have AV track, so 1 audio, 1 video at the top. Okay, so you can see them. Okay, so it's very easy to kind of add in the number of tracks. You have very much controls, like we've explained, as regards the activeness and non-activeness of a particular track. Okay, so I think this does it on this tutorial on how to add in B-rolls into your main clips. In the next class, we're going to look at how to add in text and titles. Okay, text and titles within Kdenlive are very, very interesting, and will make your work appear much more professional when you add text and maybe with some animations to it. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye.